Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, whenever you're watching this. I wanted to thank everybody who has shown so much support for Sam's Life List project. One of the questions that I've gotten most often is, how come you don't change the website? Well, I'm not great with websites, I'm not bad, but taking all of the content, backing it up, getting a new name, resetting it up, making it look all the same, to me is just a pain in the absolute backside. So I'm just going to leave it the way it is for now. But I wanted to address a few questions that I got. Well, the goal is pretty simple. Samantha had... I got to catch my breath here for a second. Samantha had her opportunity at cementing a legacy for herself stripped away when she was born by stupid mistakes. And I had set out to do a project once before that in one way it was successful, but in another way, in my full hopes for it, it failed miserably. And that was a documentary project called Amazing Grace and Dad. You can see it on Vimeo, and I'll actually put a link up on the website for people to watch it for free. But the whole point of that was to get Samantha's name out there somehow. I had hoped to get it into festivals, hopefully secure some sort of a distribution agreement, and then use whatever money that we were able to get from that and start the Samantha Grace Foundation. Well, I submitted it, the movie was finished, about $30,000 or so over budget. We raised $17,000 successfully, and I just found that I made a whole lot of mistakes. I should have listened to certain people who were giving me advice, and things just didn't work out. So, but the movie's done. But the whole goal of this foundation is it's a two-part project. First part is to provide funding for equipment. Now, when I say equipment, I mean equipment for kids like Sam, like wheelchairs, lifters, vehicle adaptations. These are things that Samantha's trust fund that was set up through the military. These are things that they've paid for, some of them, some they haven't paid for because they didn't, when that whole settlement was being negotiated, it wasn't expected that she was going to live beyond 2 years. Well, coming up February, she's 12. So my family has gone into debt to help, with some of her equipment. But before this settlement was done, and this settlement, by the way, isn't something we can just go spend willy-nilly. It's managed by a company that is under strict rules, and it should be that way, because you hand people X amount of dollars who've never been handed that amount of money before, and 9 times out of 10 they're going to screw it up. So I'm thankful for these people. I just wish that people would have had a little bit more faith in Sam early on when it was being negotiated. And the second part is basically Sam's Life List. Why can't other kids like her get opportunities that they otherwise wouldn't get? So the second prong of if I'm ever successful with the Samantha Grace Foundation is to provide funding for opportunities, almost like a Make-A-Wish Foundation. But see, Sam is not terminally ill. Her official diagnosis is something called hypoxic ischemic encephalopathy, and what that is, in a nutshell, is lack of oxygen to the brain. And she suffered a massive injury. So there, I'm just laying it all out there to you. It's still there. It will always be there, because over the years I've watched Sam's condition seemingly deteriorate, but you can follow the deterioration with the increase in her seizure meds. We were limited to CBD oil, and we tried CBD oil, but getting her down off of these seizure meds it's a challenge. It is a real challenge. So I wanted to stick to a core project, and maybe later on, or so if I'm able to get some people to help, because there's lots of parents in North Carolina that are screaming for the same thing. Maybe I can do some photography or videography or something, and maybe we can put something together. I don't know. But right now I wanted to focus more on Sam and the goals I would like her to accomplish. But if I had to pick something that was more realistic, it would be probably meeting the President of the United States. You know, getting Sam a meeting with the President in the Oval Office with the First Lady, and maybe if he's willing, or she, whenever the time comes, maybe get a picture of Sam sitting at the Resolute desk, because who knows, had her injury not happened, maybe Sam could have been president one day. So that's my answers to these questions. If you have any more questions, concerns, whatever, there's been a little bit of normal internet trolling going on, and I've gotten pretty good at ignoring that, so I really won't deal with many of those. But if you have any other questions, concerns, thoughts, ideas, anything, throw them out. We'd love to hear them. If you would like Carlene, my wife, to answer any questions, throw them out. I'm sure she'll be happy to sit up here and answer them as well, including my son Wyatt. He's getting to be quite a big kid. We are very proud of how he handles taking care of his sister. So, until next time.